When I was 13, man, start talking about weird things. No, really, stand on the corner. You know anything about Spanish fly? What? Spanish fly? It always happens when you're 13. Only when you're 13 on up to like when you get married. Guys stand around and talk about Spanish fly, and it never starts with one of the guys on the corner. It's always some strange 13-year-old that says, you know what? You know anything about Spanish fly? No, tell me about it.
All right, folks, welcome to Gimme 5. The sad story of Bill Cosby continues. Again, let me make it clear. I've never been one. I believed that Mike Tyson was not guilty of rape when he was convicted of rape, okay? Based on what I knew of the evidence. I believe any woman can claim rape. So you got to be very careful. However, when there are, 20 women, and they all have the same MO, it's just so hauntingly weird to listen to Bill Cosby's comedy album back from 1969 talking about this. I remember as a kid talking about Spanish fly too. Oh, this drug, it makes women, want to sleep with you, blah, 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 blah. I never saw one. I never used it. I never pursued it, but kids talk. But this is kind of the MO that some of the women are claiming. That, he gave them a pill and a drink, or put a pill in the drink, or they didn't know how they got into bed, or it's very, very chilling to listen to this comedy routine. Here's more.
Well, there's this girl, Crazy Mary. You put some in her drink, man. She, yeah, Spanish, oh, yeah, that's really groovy, man. Spanish fly is groovy, yeah, boy. From then on, man, anytime you see a girl, what's your ass on Spanish fly, boy? Go to a party, see 5 girls standing alone. Boy, if I had a whole jug of Spanish fly, I'd light that corner up over there.
All right. I mean, it's just kind of what he's accused of doing. Now, that's not to say, again, like I said, Spanish fly was a common term and a common topic of conversation among young males back in those days. So it's not like this was something only he was talking about and that makes him a criminal. No. But it is very weird, don't you think? Here's some more.
So I thought it only existed in Philadelphia, and I'm working on I Spy, and Bob and I are working together. Sheldon Leonard comes up, says, boys, I Spy is going to Spain. A childhood dream come true.
All right, now, everything aside, all the accusations, all the, whether he did it or not, and what, if there were a drug called Spanish fly, I don't even know that it exists. If there were such a thing, it's certainly not funny. It's outrageous and that whole thing. So let's make that clear. But it does, the joke he's about to tell here that finishes up his act in a couple of seconds, it is funny. It's built into a crescendo here, and it kind of speaks to the fact that there probably is no such thing as a Spanish fly. I mean, there were drugs you could drug women with or drug anybody with, and that's illegal, horrific, and intolerable. But as far as the actual Spanish fly, quote unquote, listen.
I said to Bob, because he don't know nothing about it. I said, hey, Bob, you know what I'm going to pick up when I'm in Spain? He said, Spanish fly. I said, wait a minute, man. How'd you know about it? He said, are you kidding? There's a girl in my neighborhood in Berkeley named Crazy Mary. We gave her some drugs. And every time he told me a story, I had heard it. Every time I told him a story, he had heard it. We all knew the same story. So I figured there's got to be a guy about 2,000 years old that looks 13 going around the world. You guys know anything about Spanish fly?
All right, now here comes the punchline. You ready? Go.
We get in the cab. Ryan, the driver. Bob said, ask this guy if he knows where we can get some Spanish fly. I said, you don't ask the cab driver. No, ask the cab driver. He may know, man. Driver, stay senor. Listen, you Spanish? Si, senor, you American? Yes. You come from America? Yes. You could tell me maybe you brought with you some American fly?
Oh, boy, which just goes to show that when it comes to that name and that terminology, it's probably non-existent. But look, nothing funny about the charges, the accusations, but, statute of limitations. Steve Malzberg Show.